One of the very first things that Raid Shadow Legends shares with us is a discussion about affinity. When you go into the campaign and you choose a mission, you are given an opportunity to pick your heroes, and you're shown this affinity chart, but it doesn't actually give you much detail. So I kind of want to talk about what affinity actually means and how to increase its effectiveness. What is up, Raiders of Teleria? My name is Charlie. This is New Raiders Only, and I want to talk about this affinity chart. You can't click on it to show you anywhere what this means, at least nowhere apparent. But basically, this is rock, paper, scissors. Okay, if you guys are familiar with rock, paper, scissors, if you're not, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, and paper beats rock. So there is no one affinity that's better than the rest, but void in the middle here, the void ones, is one that doesn't have any specific bonuses or negatives against any of the other affinities. And the reason why I mention that is right now, if you start a new Raid Shadow Legends account using the link in the description box down below, you're going to get access to 6 champions, 2 of which are legendary, one of which is the Supreme Gallic, which is one of the coolest legendary champions, in my opinion, and one of the few that actually is a legendary with the Void Affinity, which is one that, again, doesn't have a specific strength or weakness against any of the other affinities. But what does this actually mean? Well, the key points about the affinity bonus is pretty straightforward. It does extra attack, it has extra defense, higher critical hit chance, higher accuracy, and if you're going up against somebody that has an affinity that counters yours, then you have less of those things. You're more prone to being critical hit. When a champion's affinity is strong, like for example, let me go back into the campaign battle here. Just going to pick this and battle. Whenever you have, whenever you have this one going against this one, then you have a higher chance to land a critical hit, and you deal increased damage. Now, that isn't all. There is a sliding scale. It's not just a set percentage. It's not just a, plus 5% or anything like that. If you go into the Great Hall, it's a little bit overwhelming at first, but you can see here that you can increase the health of the magic affinity or the spirit affinity or the force affinity or the void affinity. You can increase the health, the attack, the defense, the critical damage, the resistance, and the accuracy by a percentage. The accuracy all the way up to plus 80, the health up to plus 20%. So it, like I said, the affinity bonuses aren't a flat rate until you start to level them up in here. Well, they are a flat rate, I should say, but they do change. They have the ability to change. And you can get more and more medals to level up these affinity bonuses in the arena. In Classic Arena, you get the medals that you use for this. It's kind of important. It's kind of a big deal. The arena has some nuances to it by itself. You don't want to get too high, but you don't want to be too low, so you have plenty of rewards. And the medals that you get vary based on the league that you're in. You might get bronze medals, silver, or gold. And you can see here as you rank up the health percentages for that magic affinity, or the resistance bonuses, or the critical damage percentage increase, it requires different medals. You can see bronze, silver, and then gold. One of the free champions that you get from using my new player link is Uugo, great champion, epic support champion, absolutely fantastic, has the magic affinity. The best starter hero, in my opinion, most people's opinion, is Cal, and also a magic affinity hero. You got Tagoar, which you can get for free from my new player code, also a magic hero. Chonoru is spirit, so that is, a little different, but that's okay. But finally, the Grizzled Jarl is also magic affinity. So what I would suggest you do, once you've started your new account, gotten through the introductory level and all of that with my new player code, what I would suggest that you do is level up the magic affinity line. It's this top row right here. That's going to have the greatest impact on your starter heroes. Of course, if you use the Supreme Gallic in a lot of your fights, then this Void Affinity down here will be useful as well. And these other two, Spirit Affinity and the Force Affinity, I'm going to save those. I'm not going to touch those for a long time. You do have tasks later on to rank up some of this stuff, so it's fine to save these for later. But yeah, I just thought it would be helpful to share that affinity chart is great. I'm glad that it exists, but whenever you're a new player, it discusses it almost immediately, but it doesn't actually tell you what you get out of the affinity. So There you go. That's how you're going to win against players of a specific team. Obviously, champion synergy matters way more, skill stacking and debuffs and buffs and all of that. But I'm going up against this team right here, and they're both magic heroes. It would definitely benefit me from using focus heroes against them. But, just normal campaign missions usually isn't that big of a deal, as long as your champion synergy is good enough. So let me know in the comment section down below, what is your favorite affinity? It's probably going to be Void for most of you. But if you don't know and you feel like you missed out because you're not getting those 6 free heroes, including 2 legendaries, click the link that's on screen now. It's going to break down how to create a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account to get the Uugo and Chonoru and all of the rest, and just for free. I love you all. Good luck in Teleria.